A pandemic is an epidemic of disease that has spread across a large region, for instance multiple continents or worldwide, affecting a substantial number of people. As humans spread across the world, infectious diseases have been a constant companion. Even in this modern era, outbreaks are nearly constant. Would you believe that the method of quarantine, which we are using at present for controlling COVID-19, was invented around 600 years ago? Let us now get into this video for much more interesting facts and information about pandemics and 10 worst pandemics in history. Number 1. The Black Death from 1346 to 1353. The Black Death, also known as the pestilence and the plague, was the most fatal pandemic recorded in human history, resulting in the deaths of up to 75 to 200 million people. The so-called Black Death, or Pandemic of the Middle Ages, began in China and made its way to Europe, causing the death of 60% of the entire population. The Black Death is believed to have been the result of bubonic plague, an infectious fever caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis. The disease was likely transmitted from rodents to humans by the bite of infected fleas. It was known as the Black Death because it could turn the skin and sores black, while other symptoms included fever and joint pains. This pandemic also gets the credit for the invention of quarantine, which was used to control the spread. Number 2. Spanish flu, from 1918 to 1920. Lasting almost 36 months from January 1918 to December 1920, it infected 500 million people, about a third of the world's population at the time. The death toll is estimated to have been anywhere from 17 million to 50 million, making it one of the deadliest pandemics in human history. The Spanish flu, also known as the 1918 flu pandemic, was an unusually deadly influenza pandemic. The Spanish flu was the first of two pandemics caused by the H1N1 influenza virus. The second was the swine flu in 2009. Outbreaks of the flu occurred in nearly every inhabited part of the world, first in ports, then spreading from city to city along the main transportation routes. India is believed to have suffered at least 12.5 million deaths during the pandemic, and the disease reached distant islands in the South Pacific, including New Zealand and Samoa. In the United States, about 550,000 people died. Most deaths worldwide occurred during the brutal second and third waves. Other outbreaks of Spanish influenza occurred in the 1920s but with declining virulence. The pandemic occurred in three waves. The first wave of the 1918 pandemic occurred in the spring and was generally mild. The sick, who experienced such typical flu symptoms as chills, fever and fatigue, usually recovered after several days, and the number of reported deaths was low. However, a second, highly contagious wave of influenza appeared with a vengeance in the fall of that same year. Victims died within hours or days of developing symptoms, their skin turning blue and their lungs filling with fluid that caused them to suffocate. In just 1 year, 1918, the average life expectancy in America plummeted by a dozen years. In 1918, the studies found the key to flattening the curve was social distancing. And that likely remains true a century later, in the current battle against coronavirus. Number 3. HIV/AIDS, at its peak from 2005 to 2012. First identified in Democratic Republic of the Congo in 1976, HIV/AIDS has truly proven itself as a global pandemic, killing more than 36 million people since 1981. An estimated 0.8% of adults aged 15 to 49 years worldwide are living with HIV, although the burden of the epidemic continues to vary considerably between countries and regions. The WHO African region remains most severely affected, with nearly 1 in every 25 adults, 3.9%, living with HIV and accounting for more than two-thirds of the people living with HIV worldwide. Spectrum of conditions caused by infection with the human immunodeficiency virus, HIV. HIV can be transmitted via the exchange of a variety of body fluids from infected people, by sharing needles. HIV can also be transmitted from a mother to her child during pregnancy and delivery. Individuals cannot become infected through ordinary day-to-day contact or sharing personal objects, food or water. HIV is a virus that damages the immune system. The immune system helps the body fight off infections. Untreated HIV infects and kills CD4 cells, which are a type of immune cell called T cells. Over time, as HIV kills more CD4 cells, the body is more likely to get various types of infections and cancers. HIV is a lifelong condition and currently there is no cure, although many scientists are working to find one. However, with medical care, including treatment called antiretroviral therapy, it's possible to manage HIV and live with the virus for many years. Without treatment, a person with HIV is likely to develop a serious condition called AIDS. At that point, the immune system is too weak to fight off other diseases and infections. Untreated, life expectancy with AIDS is about 3 years, says trusted source. With antiretroviral therapy, HIV can be well controlled and life expectancy can be nearly the same as someone who has not contracted HIV. Number 4. Plague of Justinian, from 541 to 542 AD. Thought to have killed perhaps half the population of Europe, the Plague of Justinian was an outbreak of the bubonic plague that afflicted the Byzantine Empire and Mediterranean port cities, killing up to 25 million people in its year-long reign of terror. In 2013, researchers confirmed earlier speculation that the cause of the Plague of Justinian was Yersinia pestis, the same bacterium responsible for the Black Death 1347 to 1351. Genetic studies of modern and ancient Yersinia pestis DNA suggest that the origin of the Justinian plague was in Central Asia. Studies indicate the plague may have originated in China or India and was then transported to the fertile valleys of Egypt through trade routes. In 541, the Egyptian port of Pelusium was the first city to document cases, and, by 542, cases were seen as far north as England. Due to the nature of ancient records, we don't know the full extent of the disease's spread. We know the Mediterranean region was the hardest hit, but anecdotal evidence indicates some cases occurred in England, Germany and other northern regions. Like the modern bubonic plague, scientists believe the plague of Justinian spread through fleas. Procopius, in his Secret History, describes victims as suffering from delusions, nightmares, fevers and swellings in the groin, armpits, and behind their ears. Procopius recounts that, while some sufferers lapsed into comas, others became highly delusional. Many victims suffered for days before death, while others died almost immediately after the onset of symptoms. As to how the plague ended, the best guess was that the majority of people in a pandemic somehow survive, and those who survive have immunity. Number 5. Antonine Plague, from 165 to 180 AD. Rome wasn't built in a day. But from 165 to 180 AD, up to 2,000 of its citizens were killed per day. The Antonine Plague, also known as the Plague of Galen, was an ancient pandemic brought to the Roman Empire by troops who were returning from campaigns in the Near East. Unknowingly, they had spread a disease which would end up killing over 5 million people and decimating the Roman army. Although the exact place of the origin of this epidemic is unknown, it is known that it began in the east and from there it spread through communication networks, either by land or by the sea. One of the causes of the spread of the contagion was the return of military troops from the east, after the war with the Parthians in 167 AD. Scholars have suspected it to have been either smallpox or measles, but the true cause remains undetermined. Victims were known to endure fever, chills, upset stomach and diarrhea that turned from red to black over the course of a week. They also developed horrible black pox over their bodies, both inside and out, that scabbed over and left disfiguring scars. For the worst afflicted, it was not uncommon that they would cough up or excrete scabs that had formed inside their body. Victims suffered in this way for 2 or even 3 weeks before the illness finally abated. Perhaps 10% of 75 million people living in the Roman Empire never recovered. Like some beast, a contemporary wrote, the sickness destroyed not just a few people but rampaged across whole cities and destroyed them. Number 6. Asian flu, from 1956 to 1958. The 1957-58 influenza pandemic, also known as Asian flu, was a global pandemic of influenza A virus subtype H2N2 and killed at least 2 million people worldwide, but is generally considered to have been the least severe of the 3 influenza pandemics of the 20th century. The virus was first identified in Guizhou. It spread to Singapore in February 1957, reached Hong Kong by April, and United States by June. Most influenza and pneumonia-related deaths occurred between September 1957 and March 1958. The elderly had the highest rates of death. By December 1957, the worst seemed to be over. However, during January and February 1958, there was another wave of illness among the elderly. This is an example of the potential second wave of infections that can develop during a pandemic. It is said to be originated from a mutation in wild ducks combining with a pre-existing human strain. The Asian flu results in symptoms similar to many other strains of influenza, including fever, body aches, chills, cough, weakness, and loss of appetite. Asian flu causes many of the symptoms commonly reported in an influenza virus. Immunity to this strain of influenza A, H2N2, was rare in people less than 65 years of age, and a pandemic was predicted. In preparation, vaccine production began in late May 1957, and health officials increased surveillance for flu outbreaks. Unlike the virus that caused the 1918 pandemic, the 1957 pandemic virus was quickly identified, due to advances in scientific technology. Vaccine was available in limited supply by August 1957. Number 7. Asiatic flu or Russian flu from 1889 to 1890. The 1889 to 1890 flu pandemic, better known as the Asiatic flu or Russian flu, was a deadly influenza pandemic that killed about 1 million people worldwide. It was the last great pandemic of the 19th century. First reported in Bukhara, Russian Empire, in May 1889, by November that year the epidemic had reached St. Petersburg. In 4 months, it had spread throughout the northern hemisphere. Deaths peaked in St. Petersburg on the 1st of December 1889, and in the United States during the week of the 12th of January 1890. The 1889 Russian flu pandemic circled the globe in just 4 months, captivating the world, despite the lack of airplanes or hyperventilating cable news stations. Modern transport infrastructure assisted the spread of the 1889 influenza. That finding gave credence to the theory that the disease was spread by human contact, not by the wind or other means, and that as long as people could move with ease from city to city and country to country, stopping its spread would be all but impossible. Today, the Russian influenza is often cited as the first modern flu pandemic. Some authorities identify it with the dengue fever prevalent in Greece and Turkey. The Russian doctors call it influenza, the symptoms being fever and headache, accompanied by a running cold. Number 8. 1968 flu pandemic. The Hong Kong flu, also known as 1968 flu pandemic, was a flu pandemic whose outbreak in 1968 and 1969 killed an estimated 1 million people all over the world. This pandemic struck in 2 waves, with the second wave being deadlier than the first in most places. Although the 1968 flu outbreak was associated with comparatively few deaths worldwide, the virus was highly contagious, a factor that facilitated its rapid global dissemination. From the first reported case on July 13, 1968 in Hong Kong, it took only 17 days before outbreaks of the virus were reported in Singapore and Vietnam, and within 3 months had spread to the Philippines, India, Australia, Europe, and the United States. It was caused by an H3N2 strain of the influenza A virus, descended from H2N2 through antigenic shift, a genetic process in which genes from multiple subtypes reassorted to form a new virus. The H3N2 virus that caused the 1968 pandemic is still in circulation today and is considered to be a strain of seasonal influenza. In the 1990s, a closely related H3N2 virus was isolated from pigs. Scientists suspect that the human H3N2 virus jumped to pigs, and infected animals may show symptoms of swine flu. Flu symptoms lasted 4 to 5 days, some symptoms lasted up to 2 weeks. The infection caused upper respiratory symptoms typical of influenza, including chills, fever, muscle pain, and weakness. Those over the age of 65 were most likely to die. Number 9. Third cholera pandemic from 1852 to 1860. There were actually 7 cholera pandemics, and this third cholera pandemic from 1852 to 1860 was considered the deadliest of the 7 cholera pandemics. Like the first and second pandemics, the third cholera pandemic originated in India, spreading from the Ganges River Delta before tearing through Asia, Europe, North America and Africa and ending the lives of over 1 million people. Cholera is an infectious disease caused by a bacterium called Vibrio cholerae. The bacteria typically live in waters that are somewhat salty and warm, such as estuaries and waters along coastal areas. People contract V. cholerae after drinking liquids or eating foods contaminated with the bacteria, such as raw or undercooked shellfish. About 80% of people who contract the bacteria don't develop cholera symptoms, and the infection resolves on its own. And of the people who do develop cholera, 20% come down with severe symptoms, which includes severe diarrhea, vomiting, and leg cramps. These symptoms can cause dehydration, septic shock and even death within a matter of just a few hours. They start half a day to 5 days after the person gets infected. This is called cholera's incubation period. Cholera has been nicknamed as Blue Death because a person dying of cholera may lose so many body fluids that their skin turns bluish-gray. Number 10. Sixth cholera pandemic from 1899 to 1923. Like its 5 previous incarnations, the sixth cholera pandemic originated in India where it killed over 800,000 before spreading to the Middle East, North Africa, Eastern Europe and Russia. In this time period, because immigrants and travelers often carried cholera from infected locales, the disease became associated with outsiders in each society. The sixth cholera pandemic was also the source of the last American outbreak of cholera, 1910-1911. American health authorities, having learned from the past, quickly sought to isolate the infected, and in the end only 11 deaths occurred in the US. By 1923 cholera cases had been cut down dramatically, although it was still constant in India. The seventh pandemic is still going on, but advancements in medical science have greatly reduced the number of people who die from it. Cholera requires immediate treatment because the disease can cause death within hours. The goal is to replace lost fluids and electrolytes using a simple rehydration solution, oral rehydration salts (ORS). In addition, modern-day sewage and water treatment systems have largely eliminated cholera from developed countries. But it continues to be a concern in the developing world, especially in areas ravaged by war and natural disasters such as earthquakes and hurricanes that leave people without access to clean drinking water. In June 2016, the FDA approved an oral vaccine for use in the US for travelers to cholera-endemic areas to protect them from getting cholera. This oral vaccine is about 80% effective 3 months after a single oral dose in adults 18 to 64 years old.